Hi, this is Alex for ComputerTechCentral.org, and today I'm going to show you how to install a second, meaning two, duh. We're going to show you how to install an additional hard drive in your PC. Now, if you're going to be using this on a Mac, which I'm going to be doing pretty shortly, it'll be the same way, except you might need to format the drive in a different function. And if you need instructions on how to do that, you can just email me. Just send the YouTube username. Just send me a PM on YouTube, and I'll show you how to do that for a Mac. But today I'm going to show you how to do this for a PC. Now, the biggest mistake that people make is jumpers. Now, the jumpers is a little set of pins right here on the drive that tell the BIOS in your computer that it is a master drive or a slave drive. In this case, it's going to be a slave because we already have an operating system installed on the first drive, which is right there. Alright, so as you can see, there's actually instructions on this drive that tell you what jumper settings would mean for the drive. So if your jumpers are set like this on the drive, it would be a master. See that? Right there. But what we want is a slave. So in this case, we need to set the jumpers like that. And depending on what brand of drive you get and what kind of drive you get, it'll differ. This is an IDE drive. You can buy a serial ATA drive if you want, which is much better. But you know what? This is a budget computer. But I play games on it as well, and I play just fine on it too. Alright. So we're just going to take our drive, put it on a nice flat anti-static surface. We're going to set this aside for just a second. And we'll open our computer and we'll go from there. I've actually put the computer, I tilted it just so I can make this easier for the filming and so I could get better light. Alright, so what we want to do is remove both screws on your computer. One on the top, one at the bottom, to open it up. Pull it out and set the side case paneling aside. I don't know if I need the extra light. I'll just keep the extra light function on. Okay, so here's the inside of my computer. Here I have my DVD burner. This is my ATI video card and my power supply. So now what we want to do is take our hard drive right here. This is an IBM hard drive. This is a 20 gigabyte. I don't need a whole lot more. I'll probably just use it only for music and programs. So yeah, what we want to do is actually remove this power connector from your current hard drive. Here, let me just get a better light. Just a sec. There we go. Alright, so what we want to do is we actually want to remove this little cord. This is what gives power to our first drive right here. And then remove this. This is your ribbon or IDE cable. This is what transfers data from your hard drive to the motherboard, which is this big board right here. But we're not going to remove any screws yet. We don't need to remove any screws. At least we shouldn't have to. Okay. So we're going to take our secondary drive and be very careful not to give it any force. It could break it. And just slip it into the second slot right here. make sure the screw holes in your case line up well, like that, so you can install the screws. Now you can install 2 screws or 4 screws. You can remove the back case, which is right there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use 2 screws. Now, you can use 2 or 4. I'm going to just use 2. Alright, here's the 2 screws that I want to use. Screws should come with your drive. You should, at least. You don't want to just leave it hanging loose in there. That wouldn't be very good because it'll rattle around and make an annoying vibration noise. So we're going to take 1 screw and put it into the slot right there. We're just going to screw it in like 1 turn with your fingers, just so you can you can give it a pre-screw, and then just screw it in tight. Don't want it to get too tight because you don't want to torque it, and that might break it. Alright, good. So now we're going to take another screw, stick it into, and make sure you don't want to leave any loose metal in your case. Don't drop any screws. Thankfully, I think this has a built-in magnet. Yeah, just take it out if you drop anything in, because you really don't want any loose metal in the case. It really can short stuff out. And if you do have a magnetic screwdriver, you can just slip it in right there. As does it do? Good. It's in tight. Now, what we can do is we can take this ribbon cable right here, plug it into our first hard drive, and then we take the other end of that one and plug it into the second hard drive. Now, if it doesn't go in, don't force it. You could actually bend the pins in there, making the drive useless. But if it doesn't go in, just simply reverse it, and then it should go in. And a little trick is you want red wire to red wire. As you can see on the red power on the power cable, there's a red wire, and at the end of the IDE cable, there's another red wire. So both of those wires should be lined up well. Alright, so we're going to take 1 power connector, take it in right there. Actually, I'm going to reverse them. We're going to put the power connector into the second hard drive. Oh, there's a cable in the way. Take the second power connector, plug it into our first hard drive. Make sure they're in good, because if they're loose, one of them might actually stop working while you're using Windows, and then you'll get a major crash or something. And yep, that's it. So let's just close this up and see what we get. Alright, now that we've closed our computer up, we can just plug this back in and boot up Windows, and then we'll look in my computer and see if there's 2 drives there. So, yep. Thanks for watching, and be sure to visit computertechcentral.org and register on the forums if you want to for a free account. And be sure to check out our Ustream while on the main forum homepage. Thank you. Thanks for watching.